And we're back. Here we are. We are going to get right into our predictions and what we have, peoples.
Well, let's we had comments from a Reddit post that was recently put out by the Deep Six Wrestling community here.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and look at some of the comments of what people think they're going to expect.
Yeah. So we went over a little bit before. This one was just updated. So we've got Clint P90 on the Impact Reddit that we post our links all the time on there. So if you're on the Reddit, you can always hop in there, join the conversations that we put up. He says that him and his wife are most excited for the Queen of the Mountain match, as well as the Ultimate X match, and that the whole card looks great. He is least looking forward to the Briscoes versus the Good Brothers. The Briscoes are great, but I've sort of felt like the Good Brothers have just been on autopilot for the last 5 years, at least in the ring.
Wow, he agrees with us.
Yes. Yeah. I'm glad we're not the only ones who say this.
Yeah.
But he says that this could be a potential to surprise him match. I agree 100%. We've been saying this since they've come to Impact. They've been very from 2020 till Jay showed up in Impact. I would say the Good Brothers were meh at best and criminally bad at worst. They just showed no emotion on the mic, which was one of their selling points, is that they're really good on the mic. And they just put no effort into their matches. Since Jay's been there and since they came back into Bullet Club fully, they have emotion. They seem to be enjoying themselves. They actually put on pretty good matches.
When we saw them live, they were a good time.
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's a comment we've been kind of beating up on since they've joined Impact. We're like, man, where's their passion? So I'm glad someone else agrees. Thank you, Clint.
Yeah. Also brings up surprise appearances that could show up for the show. He's got Ken Shamrock might show up. That would make sense. He was the first ever Impact NWA champion from the first ever show. So that would make a lot of sense if he's there. He'd also love to see Kevin Nash show up. I think that's probably less likely.
Yeah.
Gail Kim, but since she works there, not really a big surprise. I would be very odd not to have Gail on the show at some point. Monty Brown would make me stand up and yell out in my living room. I know a lot of people have said that they'd love to see Monty Brown.
Well, we have another comment we'll go to later.
Yes. Christopher Daniels being in the 10-man tag match against Honor No More would be perfect as their mystery partner that needs to be named. Agree with that. That would make sense. BG James. Just BG James. Also known as the Road Dogg.
Right.
Don't need him. If Lance Archer joined the TNA Originals, that would be crazy. Would also love to see Kid Cash. Archer, I don't think would, just because I think he's too focused on AEW and now going back to Japan for the G1. And I don't think AEW or New Japan really want to risk like a surprise appearance for the G1 in a freak. Have him do as little stuff that could potentially injure him as possible, especially if for a company that he's not signed to. I don't think Road Dogg would show up just because, he doesn't wrestle. And I think you'd need to have Billy Gunn there too if he showed up.
Yeah, that would be something. Yeah. Well, you get one without the other. People would still entertain it.
Yeah, that's fair. And then he also threw out the question of who do you think will win the reverse battle royal, and do you think that the winner of the reverse battle royal will have any implications on the rest of the show? We'll save that till our actual predictions because we did predict who we think would win. But I do not think it'll have any implications for the rest of the show. That's me. I don't know about everybody else's, but at least me, I don't think so.
I don't think so. Especially pre-show.
Yeah.
So I don't think it'll be something too big.
Yeah. What do you got as the other comment here?
Oh, yeah. From Great Scott.
Yes.
He said that he would not be shocked if he saw the beautiful people to show up during the knockout tag match, which I don't know. Maybe. I mean, they're working right now, right? In NWA.
So Angelina Love is a free agent.
Okay.
And Velvet Sky she says she's officially retired and is just in a interviewer / commentator role in NWA.
Okay. So I mean, it's possible.
Yeah. And who knows about Lacey Von Erich?
Yeah, that's probably what Great Scott probably means.
Yeah.
For the tag match, I'd love for Jeff to be the fifth man. Is he referring to Jeff Jarrett?
I don't know. It could be Jeff Jarrett. It could be Jeff Hardy.
Well, definitely not Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett. That would probably be the only spot Jeff Jarrett I'd be okay with in this whole pay-per-view. Even in the reverse battle royale, that'd be like, why is he here? But for fighting for Impact, I think that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah. Well, I have a theory about the reverse battle royal, which we'll get into.
Yeah, exactly. He also says here that he would be happy for Monty Brown.
Yeah. Give Moose the pounce, baby.
Which I mean, he was a very cool, important piece of that early TNA.
Yes.
He was one of those guys, just like Wildcat Chris Harris, where he left TNA for bigger, pursuits and then flopped in WWE.
Yeah.
But Monty Brown's really interesting because he retired right after getting released from WWE.
He retired in WWE. He asked for personal time and then retired during the personal time. And he's from what I've seen, he his whole WWE experience killed his passion for wrestling, and he was just if I don't have the passion for it, I'm not going to do it anymore.
Yeah, and I mean, WWE is where you're going to make your money, especially at the time in 2007.
Yeah,
coming in as a big name that TNA would have scooped him up and paid him a lot. So that's probably what kind of went down to, where it's do I want to do this and not make a lot of money because I'm not going to do it for WWE? So that's where it's tricky. He's old now.
Yeah,
he's 52. So, if he was 40 and, AEW was a thing like it is now, he might be still wrestling.
Yeah.
But, it's just unfortunately the timing. He already had a, football career. So he was one of those guys in TNA. It's man, he looked great. And then his WWE run just ruined it for him. It's a shame.
Yeah.
But otherwise, what else from that? He says he would like to see him run out for the Moose match. But, yeah, I don't think we'll see Monty Brown. There's a couple people that said it, but that would be very, very shocking.
Yeah.
I'm for it.
Yeah. And he also says, I think most will say AJ. Again, if you look on Twitter, you look on YouTube videos about what predictions for Slammiversary, a lot of people throw out AJ showing up in some capacity. I doubt it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even worry about that.
Here's my thing. If WWE is going to lend somebody to this show, it's not going to be a top guy. It will be I don't know, Abyss.
A Robbie E.
Yeah, Robert Stone showing up as Robbie E. Yep.
That'd be
it. Maybe Ron Killings.
It would be Abyss.
Yeah, it would most likely be Abyss in the Monsters Ball match.
Please.
All right, so let's get into some predictions here.
Cool.
So we all did predictions other than Jake as of right now.
That's okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna start off with our pre-show matches, I believe. I'm just pulling this up so I can make sure that we have everybody here. Yeah. All right, so Digital Media Championship match. is Rich Swann versus Brian Myers. Everybody has gone for Rich Swann. It is a clean sweep for Rich Swann currently. Yeah.
No further.
Yeah, again, he just won the title. He hasn't been with the actual title.
And with Brian Myers being gone, I don't think I see that swerve of, or not Brian Myers, with Matt Cardona now being hurt and going to be all on the shelf for a while. I don't see like them continuing the feud with just Brian Myers.
Yeah. Next up is our reverse battle royal.
We know 2 people that are going to be in it.
Yep.
Which no in them, because why would you pick Johnny Swinger?
Yeah. So we have Shira and Johnny Swinger as the 2 people who have been announced for it. Angelo, who did you choose?
I'm not on an island with this one. I chose Zicky Dice.
All right. Yeah. So we've got 2 other people who have Zicky Dice. I don't know how to read this where it says like who chose who. Oh, here you go. So Rob says Zicky Dice as well, and so does Joey. We've got Pat saying Bhupinder Gujar is going to win this. Sam has chosen Shark Boy to win this.
Good.
And I have chosen Jeff Jarrett to win this. And my reasoning is with Impact saying we might not have, we're going to acknowledge the good and the bad. Why not go all out with the bad and give Jeff Jarrett, who booked himself to win everything, win the reverse battle royal? Just makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's why I've got Jeff Jarrett winning.
Just, you know what? I'll allow it. Bring him back.
Yeah.
I was like, there's one. Bhupinder makes sense. I
think
that. Because we haven't seen him in a minute now.
Yeah. It's been like at least 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, exactly. It has.
He's done like the backstage stuff with Morrissey, but like that's been at least 3 weeks at this point.
But Morrissey's gone.
Yeah. So we need Bhupinder back.
Bhupinder baby.
Yeah. Next up is our Knockouts Tag Team Championship match between the current champs, The Influence, which is Madison Rayne and Tennille Dashwood, versus the challengers, Rosemary and the current AAA Reina de Reinas champion, and as of last night, the current MLW Women's Champion, Taya Valkyrie.
Oh, wow.
So she's already 2 belts. So she could get a 3rd belt here.
Oh, boy.
She'd be Taya 3 belts or Trace belts.
You're a Taya.
Yeah. We've got 2 people with The Influence as of now. Those are Joey and Rob.
Everyone else has Taya and Rosemary.
Yeah. I mean, this makes sense. I believe this is Taya's first actual match back in Impact. Other than the match with Deonna.
Though the argument is like she's not really signed as a
yeah.
So it's like, why would you have her win?
Yeah.
You know, it could be that argument. So that's why Robin.
That's fair.
See that. Here, I could do the well, you do the lead up and I can tell you who won, who picked who.
Perfect. That works for me.
Like I got it all set up on my screen.
Perfect. Next up is Honor No More versus the TNA Originals. For those who don't know who is representing Honor No More in this match, it is PCO, Mike Bennett, Matt Taven, Vincent, and Eddie Edwards are the 5 for Honor No More. And TNA Originals, as of today, at this very second, it is Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, Frankie Kazarian of AEW, and Nick Aldis of NWA. I chose Honor No More, and my reasoning was basically it's Honor No More. They're an actual group. And I think that
you're with Rob. Rob
chose
Honor No More. So he must
I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that, Honor
No, it's
No More
not
can get this stuff.
Things like that's always the the catch-22 with wrestling companies. It's like, do you want to just give the fun moment, or do you want to build up the younger group? But Honor No More really isn't like up and coming younger.
No.
They could be done after this. You never know. we think there's going to be a blow off with the Eddie Edwards and potentially Josh Edwards at some point, or Josh Alexander at some point. So you want to keep on no more around a little longer than that. Still, with all that in mind, I chose the OG TNA squad. So just thinking you're going to give them the good moment. You're building up. This is the pay-per-view 20th anniversary, so you're going to have all these older stars show up and get the win and put Honor No More to bed. I think that's what's going to happen. I don't think
fair.
Right off Honor No More totally, because like I said, we still expect Eddie Edwards versus Josh Alexander at some point. And Kaz and they call him Frankie Kazarian. It's Kaz. Damn it. But Kaz and Brutus Magnus and whoever this mystery partner is, they're not going to be around. Honor No More will be. So we should lead that with who will the mystery partner be? Yeah. So Ryan, why don't you say?
Yeah. So I chose James Storm.
Okay.
And my thinking is, who's more TNA than James Storm?
Right. And
AJ Styles, and he's not going to be there.
Right. So I chose James Storm as well. Pretty similar reasoning based on who's not in WWE or AEW at the moment, and who has, since we've been watching, worked with Impact. And James Storm has been that guy before.
Yeah.
So I could see it. It would make sense. He's for me the last realistic name that would be exciting for people.
Yeah.
Because we're already rolling out. I would have actually been excited for Matt Morgan to return to a ring, but he's not wrestling, it seems like.
He's too busy being the mayor of that town.
Yeah, I don't even think he's mayor, but whatever. So then the other options are Sam chose. Well, I should also say I said that I chose James Storm. Pat chose James Storm.
Yeah.
Sam chose Samoa Joe. Joe chose Raven. Ooh, I don't know about that. And Rob chose Christopher Daniels, which could be reasonable. Kaz is there. Why couldn't Christopher Daniels be there?
Yeah.
We do have to remember those two are not supposed to be tag teaming together. They are broken up thanks to the Young Bucks, but they can come back in a 5-team match.
Or Angelo, he could be behind a mask, a masked man.
I'm not giving Rob points if it's Curry Man that comes.
Oh, I was going to say the masked man of mystery.
Oh,
suicide, baby.
Suicide. Absolutely not. If it's suicide, that would be so deflating.
I do have to say, I originally wrote suicide to win the reverse battle royal.
Suicide. So there's another bonus question with the 3 guest entrants in the reverse battle royale. I was like, if I write suicide, but it's just Trey Miguel on this mask, like, does that count?
No.
Right. That's why I was like, I didn't write him, because then I didn't know who suicide would be.
Yeah.
Right, the next match is our Monsters Ball.
Yep.
So that's pretty not standard. Hopefully the live stream is excellent tomorrow, Sunday. Hopefully it is 24 hours.
Yeah.
So, Ryan, who did you pick?
I chose Sami Calihan.
Yeah.
It's his first match back. And, I think that with Sammy's whole gimmick being like he wants to go after those who wronged him and things like that, if he just loses to Moose, where does he go from here? If he beats Moose, he could be a challenger for Josh. He could go after Honor No More. He could go after... There's so many different things that he could do if he wins. If he loses, he could go after Honor No More. He can go after Moose some more. But this feels like it's the blow-off of a really long feud. And I don't think it needs to go any further. I think Sami can take this win and then move on to brighter pastures.
Yeah, I don't have any disagreements with that. I don't know how to speak on it further, because I agree with everything you said. So who else chose? Pat and Joey also chose Sami Calihan, while Rob and Sam chose Moose.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit of a divide. All right, next is the Ultimate X. And Ryan, you chose...
I chose Ace Austin.
Okay.
He's the champ. He just joined Bullet Club. I want to see what Bullet Club Ace Austin brings to Impact.
Yeah, I also chose Ace Austin, and we know Jay Light's leaving Impact. So Ace Austin enters as a Bullet Club member. That could really, really resonate well with the Impact audience if they really run with like it depends if the Good Brothers are back, but like at least him and Chris Bay and Hikuleo could be a good group.
Yeah.
And this is a type of situation where there's 5 other guys, but why wouldn't Ace Austin be the sneaky one to pull out a win when there's 5 other guys trying to go for the belt?
Exactly.
I think it makes sense. I think there's something with Alex Zayne brewing up, maybe down the road since he got inserted into the match. But Ace Austin. And so did everyone else except Sam chose Ace Austin. Sam chose Jack Evans, which
I think Jack Evans might have the smallest chance of winning this match.
Yeah, probably. I think Alex Zayne has a better chance than Jack Evans. So
yeah.
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah.
So now it is the Impact World Tag Team match. Ryan.
I went with the Briscoes.
Yep, and I did choose the Briscoes as well. I think our reasoning, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is Good Brothers got the first win at Multiverse. Good Brothers don't have a contract. So it kind of makes sense that the Briscoes win this round of their feud.
Yep.
Everyone agrees except Joey. Joey chose the Good Brothers.
Yep.
So
interesting.
Yeah. Queen of the Mountain match. Ryan, you chose.
I chose Chelsea Green.
Yeah.
I think this is the time to pull the trigger on her.
I think this shows who watches the products because
yes,
chose Chelsea Green.
Hey man, I know one person who chose Chelsea Green on here that does not watch this product.
Rob
hasn't watched this product in several years.
Yeah, but please continue your explanation.
Yeah, but yeah, I think this time to pull the trigger on her. She's hinting that she wants to work with Deonna for this, but I think we all know that she's aligning with Deonna because she knows Deonna is the probably the best women's wrestler in this match. If she can, help take out 3 other people and then only worry about Deonna, who thinks that Chelsea has her back, allows her to get the win, and then can kickstart the feud of the century. Angelo.
Chelsea versus Mickie James again.
Yeah. The feud that everybody's been asking for several years.
Special guest enforcer in this match. I mean, that's It makes sense, but it's like it also doesn't make sense because she clearly has, an invested interest in the title and Chelsea Green.
Yep.
So, whatever.
Yep.
That's why I still with all that. So I'll choose Chelsea Green. The rest of the group, Joey chose Mia Yim, who would be, the returning person winning the belt. That would be cool.
Yeah.
And Sam and Pat chose Deonna, which would make sense. So that would make her a 3-time champ. So
yeah.
Maybe.
Interesting.
Yeah. So next, and actually the last match is our Impact World Title match. This one's quick.
We all got Josh.
Yep. We all have Josh Alexander. I think that's self-explanatory. I don't think we're going to see Eric Young win the title for the 3rd time in his Impact career. As great as this build-up has been, it's about Josh, building his legacy and going to the next match, whether it be Eddie Edwards or Steve Macklin or someone else they throw in the way.
Yeah. It just makes sense to give it to Josh.
Absolutely. Now, the tiebreaker is for how long the Queen of the Mountain match will last.
I just want to say, just looking at these times.
We're tight.
Sam and Joey.
Okay. I'll start with the bottom.
Yeah.
So Angelo, me, is 14 minutes, 55 seconds. Then next is Ryan with 16:16. So actually, we're the Impact faithful, and we think this match won't be very long. But everyone will be close behind. Joey is at 17 minutes flat. Sam is at 17 minutes 1 second. Rob is at 17 minutes 25. And Pat is taking the over.
Yeah.
24 seconds. So everything's in a reasonable range.
This has to be one of the closest ones we've ever done.
It really has.
Where there's not somebody who just has like something 10 minutes away from everybody.
Well, it's because Jake didn't do it. Jake
That's true.
40 minutes.
Yeah. I can't wait for Jake to end up doing this and he throws in like 30-minute match.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, maybe it is. Who knows?
Yeah.
So, okay. So now, first bonus is who will the TNA Originals mystery partner be?
Yeah, we just did that.
Oh, yeah, we did that already. So,
yeah.
Let's skip that. The next one is really the fun one.
Yeah.
Now, I'll do I'll do bonus number 3. Outside of the mystery partner and reverse battle royale, will there be any other surprise appearances during the show? We all said yes.
Yeah.
This is being built as the 20th anniversary show for a pretty, infamous wrestling promotion. So you got to expect someone to show up just in other spots, not just in the reverse battle royale. Because remember, that is a pre-show match.
Yeah.
Got to save something for the pay-per-view, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
So now, the big bonus question. These are going to be fun to read. Guess the 3 entrants in the reverse battle royale that are not currently signed to Impact. So with that, Pat and I did joke, like we're speculating there's going to be all these veterans coming back. It could just be the Impact roster.
Yeah.
For this thing, and they don't really bring anybody back. But, for the fun of it, we're still going to speculate anyway.
Absolutely.
I'll go with the least ridiculous to most ridiculous.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So, Ryan, I'll start with yours. We have Jeff Jarrett, Shark Boy, and Curry Man.
Yes. Yeah.
He's hot, he's spicy, and he tastes great.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. So, I chose Shark Boy, Crimson, and Hernandez.
Oh man, if Hernandez comes back, border crossing everybody.
I feel like he's got to be talking to Impact still. And Crimson, I've recently learned he is wrestling in NWA, so it's
okay. He's
still active. And his Impact run, his first Impact run was so cool. And then but I read some stuff that it wasn't Impact's fault. He had like this undefeated streak, went on for over a year, then he lost, but then he wanted to go back to developmental because he was still young. He was just a big body, so people like the Impact liked him. They wanted to push him, especially that was the Hogan and Bischoff and Kevin Nash era. So of course they liked the big sweaty men and fit the mold. The Crimson himself wanted to kind of, learn a little more of the ropes. So he went back to the developmental for a little bit after his big undefeated runs. That didn't make sense for a fan, but for his career, that might have made sense. I chose Shark Boy, Abyss, and Larry D. So now a lot of Shark Boy because I think that makes sense. What the hell else is Shark Boy doing with his life besides waiting for moments like this to show up to Impact shows?
Absolutely.
So he's definitely in the waiting. Larry D would make a lot of sense. He is not signed, and he, like Hernandez, is kind of, on the fence with Impact these days. And Abyss, that would be cool, but we know he's like a producer at WWE. But I said earlier, if there was one person that would get the signing, like from the blessing from WWE to show up, I think it would be Joseph Parks Abyss.
Yeah.
As like he's, a backstage role, and what he was for Impact was just so awesome. So to see him there would be pretty cool. All right, now let's have the picks. Rob said Shark Boy as well.
Yeah.
Big Damo.
Yeah, former what's his name? Crap, I don't even remember his name in WWE anymore. But yeah, he's part of Sanity originally.
Killian Dane,
Killian Dane, yeah. There you go. Yeah.
And Tahuti Miles, who was it Ashante?
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
That makes sense, honestly. Those wouldn't like Impact veterans per se.
Yeah, but they're around.
But they're around, and that would actually make a lot of sense. So those are good.
Yeah, Damo is just on AEW.
Yeah, he was.
He faced Shawn Spears.
So
the Giant Slayer or whatever.
Yeah, whatever. Right before his match with Wardlow.
Yeah.
So good for him. Sam went with Samoa Joe, Matt Hardy. So those are like, they're in AEW, so that's why I wrote them off. But
yeah,
they are a part of Impact history, so seeing them would be very cool. Samoa Joe in a in a YouTube thing, probably not.
Yeah,
Matt Hardy, possible.
Yeah,
possible. Vince McMahon, probably not. Sam, I'm sorry.
It's not the most outlandish one here.
No, that's why I didn't. I said I was going to go in the order of least ridiculous to most ridiculous. So.
Yeah.
Joey as Ric Flair. Probably not. He's didn't have his unretirement match yet, so probably not going to see him on a pre-show. reverse battle royale. I don't think he can take those type of bumps to go flying out of the ring. So
yeah, I mean, hey, he's been working on top rope moves with Jay Lethal. So
I know.
maybe.
I don't know if he's ready for one of those, battle royale type of bumps.
Yeah.
Matt Hardy, same as I said for Sam, possible, and Ted Cruz probably not.
Yeah,
he doesn't wrestle. And,
no, he's never been in the wrestling business.
Yeah, no, probably not today.
No.
So yeah, I think that wraps up these predictions. Besides, if you, Ryan, want to rattle off the
Deep Six lottery time. Oh yeah. So for those who've never listened to our prediction videos before or podcasts before, basically it's just another way to win some bonus points. Everybody gets some people randomly drawn. If those people win, they get a point. So as of right now, I did it for if Jake does do predictions. I have it all listed, and then if Jake doesn't do predictions, I'm just gonna do a randomization of the Ultimate X competitor, so everybody gets an Ultimate X person because there's 6 people in that. There you go. Anyway, Pat, since Pat is the Deep Six champ, he gets a bonus person. So he has Taya Valkyrie and Rosemary, Tasha Steelz, and the Briscoes. So if any of them get a point or get a win, he gets a bonus point. Sam has the Good Brothers and Sami Calihan. Jake, if he does predictions, has Eric Young and The Influence. I have Josh Alexander and Honor No More. Rob has Jordynne Grace and Moose. Joey has Team Impact Originals and Mia Yim. And Angelo, you have Chelsea Green and Deonna Purrazzo. So you have 2 chances. Again, points for that Queen of the Mountain match.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll take that.
Yeah.
All lumped into with 5 people match, but I think those 2 are very likely to win.
Yeah. So yeah, that is it for our Impact stuff. Longer episode today, obviously, with the addition of our predictions. We'll be watching Slammiversary. We hope you watch it as well. Let us know how you feel about it. And
how we feel about it.
Yeah, we'll definitely have a podcast out at some point about this as well. So yeah. Oh, Jake just said that he is not doing predictions. Oh no, never mind. He said he's not doing. Oh yeah, he's not doing predictions, and he's not doing coming to Forbidden Door because he's on vacation. So let me just real quick run down the who everybody has for that Ultimate X match since he's done that. So just going to pull this up real quick if it wants to help me. There we go. So we've got Ace Austin, Kenny King, Alex Zayne, Mike Bailey, Jack Evans is the person I was missing, and Trey Miguel. All right, so Pat has Alex Zayne as his person in it. Yes.
I hope Sam gets Jack Evans, so he's double down.
Sam has Kenny King.
Oh, okay.
So he does not get the double down. That would have been brilliant. I have Mike Bailey.
Okay. Not bad.
Rob has Trey Miguel.
All right.
Joey has Jack Evans.
Rip.
And that leaves Angelo with Ace Austin.
I like that. That's a double down for me.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
So there you go.
All right. This has been a fun episode. We appreciate all the comments we get on YouTube and Reddit and any other platform. We do look at them. So if you say nasty things, we'll probably shed a tear.
Yeah.
You know.
But feel free to let us know so that we can have some more conversation pieces on these podcasts. Make some more fun.
Yeah. Exactly. So, thanks for listening.
Bye.